chances are too we lose Jaylon Johnson. Also, we're probably gonna trade him away, which I like Johnson. I like Jaylon. I think he's been good. He's been injured a lot. The one thing he doesn't do is he doesn't get a lot of turnovers. I think he's had one interception. Like,
I don't know what it is, but he definitely is not a turnover kind of guy. He's just a lockdown kind of guy, right? Like, and he's been as advertised too, right? I mean, early in the season, I think Jordan Love threw a couple his way in week 1. I think he was there for week 2. I think he got injured against the Bucks. But I remember him being targeted, and then the quarterback ended up just going the opposite direction because honestly, Jaylon Johnson was locking down whoever he was on. He's very good.
He doesn't get the pick, doesn't turn the ball over, but he gets his hand in there and he holds the guy down. He's a very physical cornerback, which is what he's supposed to be. Is he a top tier cornerback?
Right.
I mean, you got Xavier Howard up there. You got who the hell? Who's Marlon Humphrey?
Jalen Ramsey, who just came back.
Yeah, Marlon Humphrey up there, who are like top tier guys. The thing about them is they get the ball. They're game changers.
Trayvon Diggs, the reason why he was, he exploded last season was because he's getting turnovers. Tariq Woolen put himself in that conversation. Devon Witherspoon, both in Seattle, crazy. Put themselves in those conversations, because they do get those turnovers. So
they turn the ball over, and they're game changers. It's a big thing. Like, don't get me wrong, you want to have someone that can lock down like Jaylon, but is Jaylon more set out to be a lower tier cornerback 1, high tier cornerback 2? Can he be the lead cornerback on a team, or do you need one more person who's actually going to get the ball for you?
I get what you're saying. Like, put him on a team where he's a big name guy. Like, I mean, Joe Hayden was always this way, where he was blitzing and coming off the slot and locking people down. I think he even had more turnovers, but still, like, is he? I get what you're saying. He's more of a cornerback to lock it down, but you also need somebody next to him who's going to force turnovers. And I think that's what Poles was hoping Stevenson would be. And I think Stevenson can be that guy. I love his scrap, man. He's so scrappy. And I think he's fun to watch, but definitely we have to come down with some turnovers because this defense can't get any of those.
The thing that really kills the secondary too is it's not their fault. He's holding them down. You expect your secondary to take care of the ball getting to you for 4 or 5 seconds, because at that point you're hoping. I mean, 4 or 5 seconds is, first of all, that's an extreme amount of time for the defense to get through. If they're not through in 4 to 5 seconds, what is going on?
Yeah, you're hoping.
And that is the question you ask the Bears every game. You have to go, what is going on? Because they're not getting through, ever. You look at whoever's out there for the Bears. You got Bagent out there. You got Fields out there. It doesn't matter who. You could even go back to Nick Foles. You go back to Trubisky. Go back to Dalton. The Bears' offensive line has always been absolutely terrible at holding them off. But then you look at the other team, and their offensive line right now is absolutely just destroying our defensive line. It's terrible. And on paper, we have a good secondary, but they're getting no help up front.
Yeah, I feel like you can't judge the secondary until you have the help up front, right?
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. So they really, with Jaylon Johnson's contract coming up, I mean, let's say you're Ryan Poles right now, okay? You are the GM. Are you keeping Jaylon? You gonna sign him to a contract? You trade him away for picks? What is your plan?
I think it really depends on what he wants. I mean, I have those trade conversations early with him. I think that they were even trying to have them, this off season, I want to say. But I would definitely have those conversations early and often with him, see what he's looking for. Is he looking for top tier money? If he's looking for top tier money, he can go find it somewhere else, because right now we're just in need of too many things. And I think he would be an asset that we could get, a second round pick off of or something. So
are you trading him, or you want to keep? What are you willing to pay Jaylon Johnson? What is the contract you'd give him?
Man,
he's gonna be 20. He's 25 years old, I believe.
I don't know. I don't know what I would pay him, honestly. I would pay him probably like bottom tier 1 money, He's obviously not going to be breaking the bank, but right now the problem is everybody wants to break the bank. So if he wants to break the bank for, all DBs, then more power to him. I think he should want to do that. Is he gonna do it? Probably not. But you're right. He's not the turnover machine, so he shouldn't be paid like he is. He shouldn't be paid like he is a turnover machine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somewhere in the teens.
Somewhere in the teens is fair. I actually have I got a number in my head that I'd be willing to go with. Now, let me know how you feel about this. 4 years, 14.5 average.
Yeah, I was going to go 15. Yeah.
I think that's fair for what he's done. I think that's worth,
Yeah.
And you know what? If you prove yourself in those 4 years, that you'll be 29, give him a 3-year contract. If he's been good to the team, give him a little extra, 3 years, 16 mil after that.
I mean, you could always restructure too, in between there. If he's really popping off and he starts to be that turnover machine, then fine, go give him 16, 17, 18. But as of right now, yeah, he's just not making that money. Yeah. And at this point, I think, he's a pace guy. So I think he's probably good as gone. Guys like Jaylon Johnson, guys like Justin Fields, I'm going to put him in that group, unfortunately. I think they're gone for picks, man. I think a lot of those dudes that think that they're going to get contracts are gone for picks right now. I don't know if we have an out on Eddie's contract either, Eddie Jackson, but Eddie Jackson's out of here before, he's going to be out of here before we know it too. So
Eddie has gone from being absolutely amazing his rookie year to faltering terribly, resurging last year. Yeah. And now we're back to just, the common Bears fan saying of what the fuck is going on. Seriously, how often you got to stare at the TV and yell tackle,
Yeah. And we brought dudes in. Like, that's the thing, too. We brought proven guys in. TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds. They're missing tackles. Tell me why Jack Sanborn looks like the best guy out there.
Tremaine Edmonds is just, what is going on with him? If you were going to pay Tremaine Edmonds what you did, at that point, why not just keep Roquan? At that point. I get Roquan doesn't fit the scheme. But you know what else doesn't fucking fit the scheme? The scheme. It doesn't work in the NFL anymore. Stop using it. It doesn't work. What is it, Tampa 2 or whatever? It doesn't work. Stop.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
They didn't want Roquan because he was too small for Tampa 2. So you get Tremaine Edmonds. Sure. It's not working. It is not working. Absolutely terrible.
It's not working at all.
And I'd be okay with trading Roquan if I really thought we were going to invest the money on the line. I thought that's where it was going. I thought it was going for the D line. I thought we were going it was Deron Payne or whatever, or whoever it was. I get he got franchise tagged or whatever happened. He got a contract. I understand.